This week on Simply Ming, Boston's own Jason Bond is going to cook with me. He has two restaurants here, one in Cambridge called Bondier, his original, and he now has Bondier Concord. Today, we're going to be cooking mackerel, two ways. Jason is making a double chart of mackerel and eggplant puree and his own eggplant pickles. I'll be cooking up a tea-smoked mackerel with Hunan eggplant and an herb puree. And to start things off, our cocktail today, ginger bee's knees. That's all coming up right now, here at home on Simply Ming. I'm so excited to have Jason Bond in the house. What's up, buddy?
Hey,
nice
Dave.
to have you here.
Awesome.
So, I don't know about you, but when I cook at home, we either have a glass of wine or a cocktail. Is that okay we do the same?
That's a great idea.
All right, so I'm gonna make you a bee's knees, but we use ginger syrup. So if you can grab me the two martini glasses.
Cool.
Super easy cocktail, guys. This is just 3 ingredients, plus the ice. Just throw them there on the toasters. So for 2 people, we're doing 4 ounces of gin.
At least.
Good dry gin. This is a 1.5ers. All right, and that gives us 4. It's okay to go a little over, right?
Yeah, we're big. We're grown-ups.
Yeah, we're big boys. And this is freshly squeezed lemon juice. You got to make sure you really squeeze your own. And then ginger syrup. Fresh ginger, water, sugar.
Smells really good.
Right, smells that, right?
Awesome.
Love it. And that's it. Super easy. Really good shake. Get it nice and ice cold. That's the most important thing, I think, with a good martini. And if you could do me a couple lemon twists. Nice. There we go. Awesome. Nice twist. You're a good twister there, Jason.
Oh man, I don't do this for a living.
Double strain, right? Want to make sure there's nothing else in there. You got that little bit of lemon pulp. Oops, sorry about that. A little bit more. I think that looks pretty good. I like to do this twist though for you, Jace. I like it on the rim. I think you got to have that lemon oil on the rim. So anywhere you take a sip from,
Oh yeah.
you get it.
Great
Cheers
way
to you, buddy.
start. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nice.
You like it? Can we cook?
Let's do.
All right, we're gonna cook some mackerel. Come on, let's go over here. Chef, what's your dish?
All right, so this is a cured mackerel dish. It's
Okay.
super easy, which is why I like it. First thing is you make a cure, which
Okay.
is just like making cured salmon,
Yep.
making a gravlax. So it's salt, a little bit of sugar, black pepper, fennel seed. That just gets
Okay.
tossed together in a bowl.
Awesome.
Easy, easy.
And you have a beautiful mackerel there. Say when on black pepper, Chef. Is that enough or you'll keep going?
Go a scooch more.
Okay.
A scooch, we use that in restaurant terms.
So obviously, crazy sharp knife. You go in from the top. Here's the board if you like.
Yeah, there you go. So it's easy fillet. You don't even touch all the goopy stuff inside.
Okay, so the brine just mixing, right? Salt, sugar, black pepper, fennel.
Yeah, so you'll just mix that together. No big
Put
thing.
a little bit down first.
Yeah, a quarter, a third of that. Just make a little bed.
Okay. And one thing about mackerel bones, I don't know if you do, Chef, I think it's a pretty hard thing to make fish stock out of.
You know, it's kind of like salmon. You don't really make a lot of fish stocks out of salmon.
Yeah,
You can
no,
a
you
little
don't.
bit, but the same reason we cure this.
Right.
It's the reason we cure salmon. It's a good flavor fish.
He's cutting out the bloodline here, right? Taking out the bones.
There's some little bones right in here.
So towards the head is that part he just pulled out is where all the bones are.
All right, so now there's no bones.
Okay.
I'll just go straight down.
Love it. He's brining it, and think your ideal time's overnight, but even a couple hours is still good, right?
Yeah, it depends on the texture you
Right.
prefer. You know, obviously, the longer you brine it, the firmer it's going to be.
But
Firm
he is
enough.
going to end up cooking them more. You're going to end up charring it more, right?
Yeah, we're going to cook it through, so it won't be a completely raw fish.
All right. Here's more of your brine, Chef.
All right.
So you completely cover it.
And then just totally cover it, bury it. That's okay, because it's going to absorb some, but
Right.
mainly what it's going to do is leach out water and concentrate the flavor.
All right. So this you put in your fridge overnight.
That can go in your fridge overnight, exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. We'll leave this here. So I love what I'm seeing here. You have some eggplant that are really, really dark, if not even burnt. But that's done by design, Chef, right?
Exactly.
I mean, look how that's charred.
Yeah.
So that you're doing that for the flavor,
You want to burn it.
Okay.
Yeah. Eggplant's got a lot of bitterness.
Right.
And this, believe it or not, brings out sweetness, caramelization.
And you're gonna use both?
We're going to use
That
both
way
of
good to
these.
go?
So,
Oh, look at that. That's nice and
yeah, we
charred,
want
too.
the part where it's really crunchy like this. And that's
Okay.
the part we're going to use.
Awesome.
Going to use the black part and the inside.
All right, let's come over here. So we're gonna end up pureeing it, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do? You scoop or you pull it off, or
Yeah, I guess
so you're gonna use
take
all
off this stuff. You can even hear it crackle. That's a good sign. You can see the inside is caramelized.
that, right?
That's a good sign because that's going to be sweet.
I love this. I mean, you can smell the smokiness.
But the best flavor is going to be from that charred skin, so don't be afraid to just burn it.
Burn it.
Right.
And that pan was natural. You didn't put any oil or anything, right?
No, I just put
In
it
this
in a
eggplant,
dry
there's no
pan.
salt or anything.
No, nothing.
Okay. All right, chef. What else goes in this?
So I would puree it first.
Yep, get it
and
going.
taste it.
Okay.
Maybe give her a stomp.
Yeah. We'll give it a little nudge. Yeah, it's coming together for you. Keep going.
Let's taste it.
So let's try it first. Taste it for, it's what, smokiness?
I like a tiny bit of chili flake. I like the
Knock
Korean chili
yourself out.
flakes.
Here we go. How much you want?
Let's see.
I'm a big salter, so I'm gonna let you.
How about
This
a
is your
pinch?
career. Pinch? Like
How about a
that?
bigger pinch? Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay. And then I see citrus. Do you any of that, or that's for something else?
Put a little bit of
just like a quarter of it.
squeeze,
Just
yeah.
a little squeeze. We can just take the wedge, like that.
Yeah, let's start with that.
All right. Let's try this.
And I like to put a little bit of olive oil in because it emulsifies and it sort of binds the texture together. Let's start with that, just a couple of tablespoons.
Okay. All right. This will be really fast. All right. Now it's fast. Let's try this again.
And the olive oil, you should see a little smoother texture, a little
it is.
shinier. So that's pretty easy, right?
That's so easy. All right, then you have some cool pickles you're doing, right?
So this is just like making dill pickles, which, you know, a lot of us have made at home.
Right.
Right, so, except we're using eggplant.
Okay.
Eggplant's great. You know, all summer long, lots of farms have eggplant.
Right.
For this particular thing, I like the skinny ones, like these Japanese or Chinese eggplant.
Yep.
Sometimes you find little sort of fairy tale eggplant.
Yep.
We just cut them into maybe the width of your finger. We can do the same thing with ginger.
All right, Jay. So you have this water to make a brine, right?
Right,
So your brine is literally just salt and water.
exactly. So this is a little bit heavier salt. It's a 5% brine,
Okay.
which is more than you'd use for a dill pickle.
Right.
That's because these have a lot of water in them, so they're gonna eventually dilute it quite a bit.
Okay.
You know, you'll still
Can I
end
do
up with
anything here for you?
You know, would you pick the shiso for me?
I can do that.
Great. You find, as you know, red shiso and green shiso.
Yep.
Red shiso is going to give a really pretty kind of rose color to it when it's done.
Yeah.
And so that's the,
And shiso, for those of you
fun
who don't know,
reason.
it's also called beefsteak plant. I'd liken it to basil meets mint, but also meets something like, I don't know, fennelish or something. It's a really great herb, right? It's one of my favorites.
yeah. So all this just goes together and everything goes in.
Okay. It's a very easy.
Yeah.
And this is a pickling that you're not really pickling in the sense that you're not adding acid, but this tartness will come from fermentation.
Exactly. This is like an old time dill pickle recipe.
Got it.
Yeah.
I love
And so, yeah, what
love
we
this.
do with this is everything goes in this little bowl or a crock or kind of whatever you feel like putting it into.
Right?
And we'll put something on top of it to keep everything submerged.
Okay.
And then it just sits on a shelf for 3 to 5 days. It's a pretty fast thing.
3 to 5 days room temp.
Yeah. And just like your old-fashioned pickles, it ferments and it gets to taste kind of acidic.
Right.
Instead of adding vinegar, it's naturally vinegars. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, vinegars.
I think that's the term.
Awesome. So 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, and that's it.
And this is what it looks like. I mean, you jarred this up, but you didn't heat this, right? You didn't do like
No,
jelly
this is
jar.
done exactly like this, and it turns out pretty
But
pink.
look at that beautiful color. Love it. It's cool. So I have this is what the mackerel looks like. This has only been like 4 hours, right, Jace? So like you said, you can go all the way overnight and you probably would see even more
Yeah, it's just
of the
thin
breaking
fish.
down, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't go longer than overnight.
Right.
So
Okay. So then what do you do now? What's the next step?
All right, well, next is just simply rinse them off, and then they're ready to cook.
See, I love this. I love that he's actually cooking it, because quite often you figure brine fish, gravlax, you're slicing and eating it. But here you're just going to give it a little char. Is that for just more char flavor?
Yeah, great flavor on the skin, because
Right.
you know, mackerel skin's good to eat.
Paper towels.
Okay.
Dry off. This is great. I can tell it's going to taste good because your puree already tastes awesome. Mackerel brine's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, we'll just go, just like our eggplant, into a cast iron pan.
How you want that pan screeching hot?
I would get it pretty hot, yeah.
Are you doing the whole fillet, or are you actually breaking them down a little bit?
Here, maybe we'll break them down. That's a good idea.
Okay.
So we'll get a couple.
Love it. And this is, I mean, this is cured fish. Oh, dude, that's so good. The fennel comes out so much,
Oh, great.
right? I want a bagel. Right. There's a little grapeseed oil there.
Okay, perfect.
Help you here, chef.
Grapeseed's nice.
But the good news is fully seasoned. You don't need to salt and pepper this anymore.
I wouldn't salt this at all.
Right? Straight in?
Yeah.
All right. All right, chef. Cook them all? Might as well, right?
Cook them all.
You gotta, it's funny how the heat, when the heat hits the skin, it just wants to curl up. So as you can see, Chef doing, he's forcing them down so it doesn't come up. So how long do you cook these for, Chef?
I would just cook these basically till this flesh is warmed through.
So that's
You know, they don't need,
2-3 minutes maybe?
I bet it's 2 or 3 minutes, yeah.
Okay. All right, 2-3 minutes, we're gonna plate this dish up. Stick around. Chef, that's looking awesome. That's what,
Right.
3.5 minutes?
I think so. I think this is good enough, yeah.
I love how you got this great color on your skin. Look at that. All right, Chef, I have your pickles here. You want me to just pull some out for you?
Yeah, so there's ginger, there's eggplant, there's some of the shiso, so maybe just a few pieces of each.
Okay. Oh, so you had ginger. You had baby ginger too,
Oh,
huh?
yeah. It tastes just like a spicy onion.
Down.
So how about just a little plop?
Okay.
I brought some herbs.
What do you have here?
I've
What
always
is that?
got, this is called calamint.
Okay.
This umbrella-looking guy is called woodruff.
Halibut is
But
unbelievable.
I love it. It's great with the eggplant.
It almost numbs you. It's almost like
it's-
Sichuan peppercorn.
It's got a great aroma to it. Yeah.
That is a strong herb. It's delicious, though. Just throw some herbs on. Okay. And what was that other one? The wolves, what'd you say?
Yeah, so where's this one? Woodruff. It looks kind of like a
Woodruff.
little umbrella. That's kind of just a woodsy type of flavor. So maybe
love it.
we'll just put a few down so that you get sort of different flavors as you go through it.
Right. And what it looks like, baby romaine.
Yeah, and this is called a deer tongue lettuce, just a spiky little green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Put one more.
Awesome. So you're doing family style plating?
How's that? So
Looks beautiful. So again, so this is ginger. You get these locally?
you know, you could, if you're lucky in Chinatown,
Yeah.
you know, there's a few farmers at the farmers markets that are growing ginger. You kind of have
Beautiful.
to ask for them, but when you can find them, it's
Right.
worth it.
Fantastic.
You know, and these eggplants are exactly like just we did, the same type and everything,
Right.
and they get this really pretty color,
Beautiful.
which largely is because of the shiso.
Right. The red shiso.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's eat.
Okay.
Come on, over here.
Excellent.
It's time to eat. It's my favorite thing to do. Chef, this looks awesome. And I'm gonna pour, this is a great little rosé from down in France, Côte de Provence, which I thought would go great with both of our mackerel dishes. Chef, that looks awesome, thank you. Grazie. Serve yourself. Do you eat a lot of your own food? I know you taste it.
Standing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
standing up. Yeah, I know, exactly. That's so funny. All right. I love the crunchiness of the skin. You can hear how crunchy the skin is. Oh, wow.
That char is good, right?
I have to try one of your eggplant, too. The pickled ginger is unbelievable. Let's try this. Oh, my God, what an intense pickle.
I think it's not bad.
It's fantastic. All right, you can't go yet. You have to be my sous chef. So we're
Okay.
gonna do a different mackerel dish. We're gonna tea smoke it, but I'm also using eggplant. Check it out. Nice dish.
Cheers.
Loved what you did with the mackerel.
glad, thank you.
Really good, dude. All right, I'm gonna do something, I don't know if you've done this before. It's called tea smoking. So when you tea smoke, you have equal parts of rice, sugar, and this is my favorite tea to smoke with. This is Lapsang Souchong.
Yeah.
Give it a smell.
Nice.
This is a really smoky tea to begin with, and it's equal parts. So you take all three of these. I like to use a wok. I put foil in the wok just to protect it because this sugar is going to end up melting. And the whole idea here is you need the rice to insulate. You need the sugar, because now I'm going to turn this on high. Once the sugar starts to melt and smolder, it causes the tea to start smoking, right? And the reason you have the foil is so you don't ruin your wok.
I've never seen that. That's cool.
All right, so you spread this out. We're going to let this go on high. And once you start seeing the sugar caramelize, it starts smoking. Once it starts smoking, we're going to take mackerel. So I took the same mackerel you had. All I did was put a solution that is as salty as seawater. So instead of just salt and water, I did half salt, half soy sauce and water, right? So this has literally been in only about 2 minutes. And just about a 5-minute quick brine, because when you smoke fish, I think if it's brined a little bit, it gives you a much more luscious product at the end,
Yeah.
right? So with that done, Chef, if you could do a couple of things, we're gonna make a Hunan eggplant. So I'm gonna pass some eggplant in oil, add a bunch of garlic, ginger, chilies, and a little veggie oyster sauce, but we're gonna add some apples for sweetness. So if you can just, square them off and give me some like small dice of apples, I'm gonna do pieces like this on the eggplant and cut. I don't know what the French term. That's a big bâtonnet. I'm not really sure. What do you call that?
Lechonk?
Le chunk?
Yeah.
Japanese eggplant, more favorite for you or regular? Or depends on the use?
Depends on the use, but the skinny ones are nice.
Yeah, I love the skinny ones. We're also gonna take these beautiful jalapenos, which are literally like on steroids, but they're delicious and sweet and spicy. We're gonna smoke those as well. So all I'm doing is waiting for the tea to come to that smoldering so it can smoke. And then we're gonna add both the mackerel and the jalapeno. All right, Jason, see how this tea smoke is starting to smoke? So
Yeah.
It's almost there. The sugar's melting and starting to
Starting to bubble.
bubble up. So really hot oil. Be careful. I'm just going to blanch this eggplant really quickly, right? Just to take the rawness out of it. So this is, in Chinese cooking, we blanch a lot and then we drain it and then we put it back in with the aromatics, right? So I'm just going to get a little color on this. And it's going to take about a minute. So this is ready to go. So again, I took out the mackerel that's been in brine. I added about 3 jalapenos as well. So then you just lay this right on top. Then we cover it. So now we're gonna let this smoke for about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes on heat. And then once this fills with smoke, I'm gonna turn it off and let it go for about another 10 minutes.
Nice.
All right? So this is looking pretty good. So that's the color I'm looking for. That's like the ultimate eggplant piece right there. So I want everything to look like that, which will come in about 10 seconds, pretty close. You can see there's smoke gathering in here, which is why I like glass covers, right? You can see what's going on. All right, so this is looking pretty good. Take out this eggplant for now. All right. And we're pretty close. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna let this eggplant drain. Actually, you can pick some herbs for me, Jace, will you mind? So Jace, you have some parsley over there and some Thai basil. Start picking that. We're just gonna do a really fresh, not even a pesto, it's gonna be a little garlic, but pretty much a fresh puree. And I'm gonna steal a little bit of this hot grapeseed oil to make this puree, all right? So this is a cold bowl. That was really hot oil, so I want it to chill a little bit below 200. And just a pinch of garlic, just a pinch. Nice, so we got cilantro. Yeah, I'll take this parsley. And parsley, you have some basil leaves there, Chef, very nice. Whatever herbs you have. So what we're gonna do now is add a pinch of salt, black pepper, and this hot oil on top. And I don't know if you've ever done this before, but that hot oil helps to emulsify the, you can add a little bit more oil. So I just want this to come together. All right, so this is going. We got He's smoking another 8 minutes. Puree's gonna be done. We can plate this up. What? All right, Jay, so that was like, what, 3-4 minutes just to get a nice puree.
Yeah.
It's super clean, super green, super simple. So you actually, when you do hot oil,
Oh, yeah, it's pretty.
it keeps it green, right? Okay, so that's gonna just be a little garnish. Let's come back over here. So in this wok now, this is still the same hot oil. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger, a lot of chilies. We're not gonna eat these, but it's gonna make the oil incredibly intense in flavor, all right? And you can smell it, right? You can always smell that it's gonna come together. So all I'm doing is cooking this through. So this, check this out. So this is going, I'm gonna turn this off now and just let this smoke. So this is a steamer, right? So obviously there's holes in it, and we put a banana leaf down just so the fish won't stick to it, right? So the smoke passes through the banana leaf, and that's how it gets nice and smoky. I just wanna get light, just a light color on this garlic. It's just starting to happen. So we can add back this eggplant. It's gonna be a nice spicy eggplant. We're gonna add a little bit. Yep, we're gonna add your apples. So here's some perfectly cut apples. Very non-Chinese, but I love the acidity and the sweetness of Granny Smith's. And then a little bit of this vegetarian oyster sauce, right? This is done with shiitake mushrooms. Love it. Got a nice little Hunan eggplant going on here. All right, that's looking good. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, yeah, smell that. Oh, yeah. Look at that, and it got nice and cooked, which is what we want. We don't need to sear this up. So we can go, we are good to plate, my friend.
Nice.
So let's go ahead and plate this up right here. We'll take a Hunan eggplant. Chilies and all. You and I know let's not eat all the chilies.
Don't eat the chilies.
But I love the crispiness. These apples are still going to be crunchy, right?
Look at that beautiful color.
Yeah, I just love how it's going to add crunch and sweetness and acidity. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And this. And chef, do me a favor. Cut me like just really thin, just like 2 per plate. So this is a smoked jalapeno. We'll take, again, this is just fresh herb, puree, cilantro, parsley. Yeah, just a couple pieces. There you go, chef. All right. I think we're done, chef.
That's beautiful, chef.
All right, grab your wine glass. I got the food, and I got my wine glass. Yay. Something we know how to do. We're gonna serve it to you vertically, Chinese style. Okay. I hope we're 2 for 2 on deliciousness. Let's give this a try. You can see how this will just come right off the skin. The skin is gonna be equally delicious. I love those apples. They perfectly cut Jason Bond apples. This I like to smoke, but I like your crispy skin of yours. Maybe we can create a dish
I
we
need
do
to smoke
both.
mine next time.
And I'm gonna crispy skin mine next time. Hey, Jason, thank you, dude. Continued success, and all you out there, as always, cheers, peace, and good eating.